Mr. Ireland is gone. मतलब वैसे रिजवान कितनी बातें चोट रहे थे ये हमारे नेट के बारे में, आयरलैंड में होके भी बहन चोद fucking cut some shit. Let's go. Take it away, Salman.
Alright, what's up guys? So this is a very interesting episode. We've got our boys Ali and Rizwan from the TPR Podcast here. I'm sorry if you don't like me calling you our boys, but that's what you are for the next 20 minutes. They're another podcast in the same landscape, and I think one of the coolest things is they started in 2017, and both us and them are about to hit 100 episodes. Not to make your 100 episodes sound any worse, I'm sure they're way better. And also, of course, like, the only reason we're at 100 is because the goddamn pandemic hit, and we had nothing to do for almost a whole year of our lives. But yeah, we're here, we're going to talk podcasts, we're going to talk about random stuff, and honestly, we're going to just see where this one takes us. So how are you guys doing? What's going on?
I'll go first. I'm good. Thanks for inviting us. We're doing well. We've also been at home for more than a year. And,
Classic.
Unfortunately, we've been antisocial podcasters since before the pandemic, so at least you guys had a good excuse to start. We've just been boring since before this, so
Oh my god. Yeah. What about you, Rizwan?
Thank you for having us. This is nice.
Anytime.
Generally, it's Ali taking control of the whole thing, so it's nice to have him answer questions today.
Yeah. Oh my god. Dude, Rizwan, can I just say your fucking glasses look fucking bomb, bro. On a podcast, indoor sunglasses, bro. You're king, Mr. King over here.
You have to.
Yeah, you have to, man. You have to. But okay, guys. Again, I have to put this out there for the 14th time now. I've said this 13 times before off air. This is podcastception. I never knew this day would come, but hey, guys, we're here. We're over here. It's pretty bizarre. But the first thing that I want to ask Rizwan is that, Rizwan and Ali, both of you guys. I want you guys both answer this. You guys started in 2017. Nobody fucking had a podcast, and nobody even knew what a podcast was in this country. Like you know, it was very unheard of back then. Like I remember I had just graduated high school at best. So, matlab, like, kya scene tha? Like, why did you guys, like, why did you guys start? What was the reason?
Well, the reason was that we all lived in the UAE, and that's where we met, and we were friends, Rizwan, Sakhail, and me. I had been there from late 2010 to mid 2016, and then I moved here to Ireland. And so I had gotten like the setup. I was thinking I'd make like YouTube videos at that time. But, another thing happened where there was the Pakistani music streaming service by the name of Batari, and Batari wanted to have like a podcast section at the time. And because most of the people running Batari were on Twitter, and we were also very active on Twitter, so they reached out to us. And a few things happened at the same time. Like I got into podcast listening when I moved here because Pakistan, UAE both didn't have Spotify. Once I moved here, I had Spotify, so I had access to it. And I was very inspired by the one podcast I knew in Pakistan before us, which was by these two guys, Fasi Zaka, Musharraf Zadi. They're like grown-up journalist types. So that was very interesting to me. So being inspired by them and then having a platform in the shape of Batari really allowed us three to connect together. And our podcast back then, in the 2017 times, late 16, something 17, that was very focused around us just hanging out. People would send us stuff, contributions on Twitter, wherever, funny stories, and then we just talk about those and make fun of those. So that's the start. And then when in mid 2017, I don't know, Patari imploded, then we we were quite disheartened. Like Patari's still around, but like they had like a major crisis of leadership at the time. We also then stopped because a lot of people that left Patari, we also quit doing the podcast, and then for half of 17, all of 18, half of 19 we didn't do anything, and then summer 19 is then when we started again on our
Okay.
own.
Okay. So you guys went independent. Basically, you guys started the same way that we did. When we started, the first 15-20 episodes, literally, मेड उठा के लेके आए हैं, तीसरा बॉय उठा के लेके आए हैं, बातें चोद रहे हैं, मतलब like literally बस we're just hanging out as well, मतलब हमारा भी कोई यही सीन था. But then around the 15th 18th episode mark, we were like, okay, why not get influencers on, why not get people who actually have a following, and let's make this like a proper business. Then we started reaching out and everything, and then it's like a tumbleweed effect. It just grows and grows and grows. That is really interesting to hear, man. Salman, तुम्हारी क्या input है इसमें?
Yeah, forget my personal input. I have a question I really want to ask, so I'm just going to take the conversation where I want to take it. We're all, on this podcast, but I want to know, what podcasts do you guys listen to? Because there's everything out there, right? But like, do you guys even listen to podcasts, or are we just podcasters?
Two times on podcast. They listen to the 2 Time Zones podcast.
Yeah. Apart from the 2 Time Zones podcast, which I'm a number one supporter fan of from the start. No, but I have seen a few of your episodes, mostly because when someone I knew was on, which is the usual gateway for our sort of thing. But apart from you guys and a few other Pakistani podcasts, I think there was a time when I used to listen to a lot of music. I keep thinking about that. That's nearly gone away. I mainly listen to podcasts now, and not as much music. That's just the way things have become. So on the Pakistani scene, there's you guys, there's these guys in Canada, the Broadcast podcast, and then there's Qazi in Karachi, Pakistan. He has the Kya Kahega Qazi podcast. So between the Pakistani scene, those are the ones I dip in and out of. But my main listening would be, I guess, more American based would be I listen to WTF with Mark Maron. I've been listening to that from since I started listening, so that's about like 2016ish. Then there's a few trivia stuff, like No Such Thing as a Fish is by the people who make Queer Eye in not Queer Eye, QI, sorry, in the UK. And then there's The Verge is a tech website, so they have a podcast on Vergecast. So main ye teen hai, but then others come and go in all of this.
What about you, Rizwan? You've been quiet for quite some time, man, buddy. Come on, let's get some spice in the show, man.
I honestly can't even find time to listen to our own podcast generally when it comes on. I do listen to a few music-related podcasts, kabhi, especially David Gilmour ka podcast, where he discusses his older music and guitars and how he was recording everything. Uske alawa, I think it's pretty much the opposite of what Ali is listening to. So I'm just listening to older music abhi tak, just on
my god.
Same.
Because I generally just get time when I'm driving, to wo 15-20 minute ya आधा घंटा just put something on and
my
that's
god.
it. Or घर पे, I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe I should.
Man, this guy's a vibe. Ali, I don't know about you, man, but this guy's a vibe. What do you think, man?
I don't know. I'm seeing some parallels, man. I listen to a couple of podcasts. I've got NPR economic stuff. I see Ali listens to a bunch of podcasts too. Rizwan, you're on the lower side. Saad, do you listen to any podcasts?
I do.
What have you got going on?
I mean, I go the very mainstream Hollywood route. I go to the impulsive views side. I'm very in the creator based. Mr. Beast देख लिया. The very mainstream creators ने YouTube पे उनकी podcasts सुन ली. Because they're very interesting too. Because Ali, they're the smartest businessmen on the planet. Dude, they're making multi-million-dollar businesses right underneath their noses. One guy makes an app, the other guy makes a goddamn perfume product, and it sells out within minutes and hours. These numbers are unheard of. I don't know if you know about these things. Have you heard about David Dobrik releasing a perfume and all that? Have you heard about that?
Yeah. David Dobrik and the impulsive ones, but I think because I associate with these people more as Vine creators who then move to YouTube. So I sort of interact with them in that space, not on the podcast space. I don't know. This is this thing where I keep my lanes very separate. My podcast people don't do anything else. My YouTube people, I don't listen to anything else. So yeah, but Colin and Samir is a YouTube channel.
Beautiful,
dude.
Ali, their episodes are stunning. Colin and Samir, dude, masterful execution. Their breakdowns are world class. Bhai, मैं तो पिघल जाता हूँ, bro. I'm literally like fucking orgasming every left, right, center. Their framing is great. Their framing is great. Their color grading is great. Their good scene है boys का मतलब, like they're pretty good, man. Yeah. So अच्छा now I want to move on to the segment where we discuss our journeys. Ali and Rizwan, 100 episodes. Number one, congratulations. That's a massive milestone for any podcast to hit, because most podcasts implode, most podcasts die, most podcasts, like, you know, something happens and they don't even reach 30-40 episodes. So 100 episodes milestone is a big milestone, whether you do it, you know, in 6 months or 6 years, whatever it is. Congratulations on that. What have you learned? What is the biggest takeaway that you've had from after doing 100 fucking episodes of this shit? Sitting down in front of the camera 100 times and just speaking your heart out. Kya scene hai? What have you learned?
Yeah, I really like the more podcasts I've made and the more podcasts I listen to. Our thing is also lengthwise bhi thoda, like, it's a longer show.
It's an hour. It's an hour and a half hour.
Yeah, sometimes it goes above, like kabhi 2 ghante bhi ho jate hain, although I try. But the more I've made podcasts, and I think the more Rizwan might also feel the same, we have gotten really comfortable with the idea कि हाँ bro, 1 घंटे का podcast होता है कम से कम, और आराम से हम बैठ के, like, the idea being that we've gotten invested in, like, the long form side of things, like, you know, we're not making like 10-minute YouTube videos like people have told us at the start, like, bro, 10 minute ka kar lo. I'm like, I'm starting at 60 and you're saying 10. So there's a big gap in between. But yeah, and just say other people have started doing it, like you guys, we've been seeing you around for a while.
Thank you.
And then Kazi, and then the Broadcast Boys, and like you said, people came jab pandemic hua tha, just like when you guys started. A lot of people started, but a lot of those people are gone now. You know, they didn't last even 10 episodes. It was, but because you're doing it, and that's really, you know, that shows a lot of dedication on your part.
Thank you.
And other people are also consistently doing it. I'm happy that more people are doing it. There was a time when जब हमारी शुरू में episode आती थी ना, people were very excited because it was a fully new thing. Then that would dip very quickly.
It dipped. It was same here, bro. Same here, bro. Same here.
And then
it dipped.
Yeah. So, but hopefully, I think I'm happy that people are coming around, and we see that a lot of like mainstream Pakistani YouTube people, they're making podcasts also. So it sort of legitimizes the whole thing. मैं उनको थोड़ी टेढ़ी नजरों से देखता हूँ. I'm like, हाँ bro, तुम भी कर लो, ठीक है.
Bro, what the fuck, man? Like you really look. अच्छा. So you look at it like that. अच्छा. कि मतलब, like, if you're a YouTuber, you shouldn't do a podcast. Is that your entire thing?
Like, it's again that more traditionalist view of things, because like if you're doing
stay in your lane, motherfuckers.
You're
basically stay in your lane, motherfuckers.
Also, but like it's like भाई यार podcast चल रहे हैं, चलो मैं podcast भी कर लेता हूँ. But you know, I try not to only look at it from like a business or a strategy point of view. It's more like, bro, are you really into it? Because we're really into it.
Yeah.
The people we hang out with are really into it. But you are maybe doing it as like a side hustle. And like, you know, पानी खराब कर रहे हो सबके लिए. So maybe.
I see.
That's not the
You're
case.
a purist. You're a purist.
For me,
that's what they call you guys.
For me, like, I'm honestly just glad that Ali has been doing and organizing this for 100 episodes and more now. Because if it was up to me, I would have never done it. Or because he's doing it, I have something to look forward to every week or every 2 weeks now, whenever we get down and like all 3 or 4 of us. Like on a very like nichla intellectual level, I don't think it's very deep for me. I'm just glad that he's fucking doing this, because then I have something to look forward to. कि यार अच्छा है, we'll get together and talk about shit. Or we generally like we're in touch on WhatsApp, maybe all 4 of us, all 4 like best friends. But उसमें आप कितनी बात कर लेते हो? कभी कोई funny videos share हो गई, and like memes share हो गई. So when we
Yeah.
are doing a podcast, we get like a good 1.5 ghanta to talk to each other about shit. And yeah, that's really nice for me. That's helped me stay connected
Wow.
with the guys too. So
that's
Speaking
fair.
of what
That's
Rizwan said,
amazing,
we're all
man.
friends. तुम लोगों की क्या connection? Are you also friends, related? What's the setup?
Nah, bro,
here?
we hate each other's guts.
We do. We hate each other. But we've known each other for like what since like 7th, 8th grade, you know, we've been like pretty close through and through. And
Over a decade now. Over a decade.
Very good,
Matlab,
very
we've known
good.
each other. So
Wow.
basically,
Yeah.
like I trust this guy with my life. सीधी सी जो बात है, boys. Like, you know, dude, they say that you should start a business with people you trust. So on the trust and the reliability factor, he's like a 9 on 10, 10 on 10, easy. Matlab, like I
Right,
sleep at night,
Like
sound
you said 10
thinking
on
that this
10.
guy will not run away
You
with
said
the
10 on
finances.
10,
This guy
I
will not
reckon-
fuck me over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ओ अब आइडिया दे दिया है तुमने अभी बस देखते जाओ.
Yeah. But like, had you not said 10 on 10,
Shit.
I would have been like, why 9? What's that one? But chalo theek hai, you said-
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing, boys. You have
Okay.
to have the little contingency factor. नहीं कहते? You can't get too comfortable, boys. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
Just kidding. It's
Yeah.
a 10 on 10 with this
Yeah.
guy, man. Straight up with the whole
Good
reliability and the
Shit,
trust
dude.
factor. 10 on 10. Easy 10 on 10.
that that feels good to hear, Saad. Thanks. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
man.
2 things. One, Rizwan, I really relate to what you feel like. I was getting pretty bored with life when we started this, and having this thing to do with Saad, being able to meet someone new every other day when we started, it was such a good thing to look forward to.
Yeah.
And even when like life gets busy and I'm starting to like meet friends and all, because now the pandemic, you know, it's been going up and down, but people are going out again. I still look forward to this so
Yeah.
much. So it is so good to have this to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just great.
I think the key thing for you guys that I think we realized, or I realized, because I meet Rizwan and the guys like once a month on the show, but apart from that, I'm doing 3 to 4 episodes as well with interviewing other people. And the thing, because like we're not making money off of this. Pakistan mein वैसे भी it's hard to get people to listen to like hour-long conversations. सब कुछ ठीक है. And I have a job and that's fine. But when I'm editing the episodes, like I enjoy the conversation again, which means that I'm still
Oh.
interested and this is still fun. Like this is not a job for me. And I think as long as you know that feeling is there for you guys as well, which it clearly seems,
Yeah.
you guys are looking forward to it. I think that
Yeah.
makes the whole idea much
Yeah.
more fun. And you know, you keep doing.
I'm gonna be honest. I hate the editing part. It's a pain in the ass. But I love the connecting with people part. Like straight
Sure,
up new people
sure.
come on. You get to just
I feel
bang.
that.
You know, dude, Rizwan, we've connected with people we would have never ever had the chance to ever connect with in our entire lifetime. सीधी सी जो बात है, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We've had
Yeah,
people
yeah,
from
yeah.
every continent come on. And we've talked to so many
Yep.
people. We've made
Yep.
connections. I don't know about you guys, but this is more about making that Rolodex, making those connections for future business
Same,
ventures.
Yeah.
With like, yeah, that might be the same case for you. Like, let's say this podcast decides to launch launch an apparel company or something like that. You guys can reach out to your previous guests and be like, boys, promote करो, हमारी कपड़े निकल रहे हैं बहन चोद, तो वो करेंगे
Yeah,
promote. So yeah, मतलब it's like building that little Rolodex over time, and it's just
Like
so many things.
on that on that point, I'm not sure how much this has been about business ventures for Ali, or like मेरा कोई इतना scene तो वैसे ही नहीं है, और but like growing up, I have never been connected to the kind of people that we get to talk now. I would have never
Same.
like, even in like growing up in Lahore, आप थोड़ा बहुत दूर से कुछ लोगों को देख लेते हो, yeah, people on screen like musicians and stuff, and they're all like untouchable. You'll never be able to see them or talk to them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's really crazy that like musicians have come on और वो हमारे साथ 1-1.5 घंटा गप भी
Too
लगाना
crazy,
चाहते हैं.
man.
बड़ी बात है यार. So that just feels
Amazing,
really
yeah.
good. Yeah.
You know what feels even weirder?
Mm.
Like it's weird to have someone who's actually famous on, but what's crazy is when someone comes on the podcast and they're nervous and they're excited. You're like, "Well, this is nothing. I don't know what I'm doing. Why are you nervous?"
Yeah. It is very intimidating for the average person who's never like seen a podcast of yours perhaps or come on a podcast themselves, उनको
Yeah.
लगता है पता नहीं क्या सवाल आ जाएगा अभी, और plus the vibe is also different. Like I'm sure when a journalist is asking them questions for a newspaper, they're looking for like a scoop or like, you know, man ko gher lo kis tarike se. You guys are just looking to chat.
Yeah.
And it takes a while for
we're just looking
people
to have fun,
understand.
boys.
Yeah. So I think that's why I think the medium is good, and I hope people do get invested in it.
Yeah.
Sincere ways.
Yep.
Dude, straight up, boys. Like I've literally heard guests like literally tell us beforehand कि boys please yeah ऐसे सवाल ना पूछना what is your love life like, कोई boyfriend है and all that. I'm like boys, we don't do that shit over here. Have you seen our episodes? We're literally just there to like, you know, have conversations with you guys, not trying to like fucking weed something out and like, you know, build and like sell it to the paparazzi or something. Dude, no. We're just here to fucking chill with you guys and get to know you.
That's what
we could care
people do,
less.
right?
Yeah.
People, that's what
fucking
people do.
annoying.
They're looking कि मतलब घेर लें हम किसी तरीके से उसको दबा लें, कोई चीज़ निकलवा लें, gossip type, and you
कुछ
know,
ना कुछ
उससे
I don't
निकाल
know,
लें।
bro. मुझे तो अगर कोई बोले कि ये सवाल नहीं पूछना, those are the ones I will ask.
Which is why Rizwan has been missing from the podcast for a while, guys. I don't know about you.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh shit.
So what has your experience been apart from talking to all these people? Like, have you started to formulate like more of a direction or like where you want the podcast to go? Because पहले जब तुमने शुरू किया था, there was perhaps just a thing you were interested in. Then like 10, 20, 30 episodes in, you're like, oh, maybe we can go this way. But now you're close to 100 as well. And you're like, you know, do you know now where you're going in the future?
Yeah, so I think every couple of weeks, you know, me and Saad sit down, we try and talk about, you know, what we're doing, what we want to do. And
the vision.
As such, yeah, we've experimented a lot, you know. We started going on like TikTok and doing like more content and whatnot. And I think right now we're finding that fine line between where we're making this like viable, but we're not making it a job, you know? Because Saad, you're learning architecture, I've got a job. You know, we're not in it for the money right now, we're here to have a good time. But like on that note, we've expanded, we started like getting sponsors, which we should have within the next couple episodes. We've got one lined up.
Wow,
So,
very good.
I don't know how, like it's luck, but it's pretty cool.
Are they in the US or they're in Pakistan?
No, they're
Pakistan.
in Pakistan.
Pakistan.
We got a lot of
sponsors for
local
now.
businesses we want to work with, so
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And
Yes.
and are you looking to keep the frequency up? Any changes to the format? Or are you guys happy?
No, Ali, straight up, what I've planned is like minimum 2 episodes a week. I don't care if you bring your grandma on, I don't care if it's just us two, I don't care who it is. Minimum 2 episodes a week, but we do have planned breaks in the middle. We do have like a month-long, you know, break where we just like, you know, create a backlog of content and we just take time to chill. But when we're on the go mode, I don't expect any excuses. Why don't we have a guest? I don't give a fuck. You and I are coming on, and or मैं तुम्हारी लूँगा बहनचोद सलमान on the podcast of why we don't have a guest on. That's gonna be our episode. That's gonna be our episode.
Right.
But yeah. So that is the hard set thing with us, because honestly speaking, in the social media world, quality, sure, it matters, but if you don't have quantity, you will never win. Never. Because the algorithm promotes quantity, the algorithm promotes consistency, and it promotes watch time, which is why our episodes are 20 minutes long, not an hour long, because watch time percentages hoti hai. Even if our guests leave at 3 to 5 minutes, that's the 20 to 25% watch time, as compared to an hour long with 3 to 5 minutes. Uska kar lo, to that is very low percentage.
For sure, yes.
So that is so.
I fully understand what you're saying.
Yeah, bro. So with everything that we're doing is very, very strategic. Our planned audience market, even though we want it to be global, but it's for now it's like 80% Pakistanis, which I don't personally like. But we're going to be expanding beyond that, and so it's 60. Okay, great. Yeah.
But the other 40%, like most of them are just Pakistanis not in Pakistan. So what is it really? I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's excellent.
But yeah, what about you guys?
I think also a big advantage that you guys have, which is the same as us, is that you guys are by nature remote. Like you're stuck to a studio where someone has to come to you, and
He just went.
Oh,
See, I thought I just kicked my router. I thought like I had like just broken my internet. I was like, shh.
Mr. Ireland is gone. Mr. Ireland is gone. मतलब वैसे रिजवान कितनी बातें चोट रहे थे हमारे नेट के बारे में आयरलैंड में होके भी बहन चोर fucking cuts and shit.
Oh my god.
Oh, Mr. is
he's
back. Mr. is back. Hey.
How do we? इतनी मैंने बातें की about internet this and that मेरा internet fuck हो गया.
Okay. Tell us what you were telling us, man. Like,
No, I
why
was saying
nature?
because you guys are remote, you're not stuck to like a studio where a guest has to
Yeah.
like come and then they only have to be in the same city or something. You can talk
Yeah.
to anybody anywhere in the world.
Exactly.
So I think that, I mean, if you guys also focus on that, that would be like a strength that like a typical podcast would not have.
However,
100%.
however, in the future, Salman, I don't know about you, but like let's say like 300 episodes, 400 episodes down the line, when we're legit and we're making actual good money off of this, I want to build like a proper studio where me and Salman, he quits his job, he comes here and he does this. When this is full time, that is when it'll be a proper studio thing. That is when we'll have like proper
Right.
guests and shit coming through. And right now, bro, I don't know about you. I don't know if you know this, but like we actually have had a few guests come to my house who are in Islamabad. If you're Islamabad local, I'll give you the option to come to my house. That way you don't have to deal with all the technicalities of recording on your phone, sending it to us through the drive. Just come in, shoot the episode and leave. That is literally it. So I give them the option. If you're Islamabad local, come through. So yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think Saman, take over the outro, man. I think we're almost done.
Dude, this has been a great episode.
Bomb
I will
was it,
say it's interesting because this hasn't been any like juicy gossip, but it's just been so good to talk to you guys, to like talk about all these things and just have that conversation out there. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been a shitload of fun. Guys, I'd say follow TPR, but chances are you already are, so please follow us instead. Also check us out on like, Spotify and like YouTube and whatever, like Apple Podcasts, things like that.
Wherever we are. Yeah.
We will see you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Adios.
Later.
Everyone.
Goodbye.
Take care.